Be like, hey, there you
Hi, I just met
go.
you.
Hey, hello, stranger. How are you today? What is your name? Where are you from?
My name is Steve, and I like to do voices for audiobooks.
Mm. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is my buddy Steve the Pierogi man. Um, despite his name, I've never actually seen him anywhere near a fucking pierogi, but he does do some mean work on the microphone. What is it? We just wrapped up Smokepit Fairytales 6, where you played a few hand fucking full of fucking people, but I think mostly in that one is Pasha with his disco. But before that, you played
Fuck
both
yeah.
because we didn't take a break between 5 and 6. So like you played Horwindil the Ghost, which was fucking awesome, as well as fucking Piroska, the Tour.
Yeah. So that was fun, and also Capulet.
And Capulet. Yeah, fuck, I forgot about Capulet. I also forgot about Capulet completely as a character until I went to redo the scripts, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's a character. Whoops. It's a large cast.
I mean, it's fucking 4 and 5 were well, 4 itself was fucking huge.
Yeah, I think it was the longest book. And most of
Yeah,
it's just space dickery and fucking relationship fucking bullshit. And
yeah,
zombies.
yeah. It's great. But
Yeah.
no, Horwindil was super fucking fun. Like I pretty sure like I read that chapter that one was in, and like the next day, or maybe it was even that day, because I was reading it on a plane when I was going up to Alaska for work. I'm like, I have to do this one. Like I'm pretty sure I got a hold of you immediately. I'm like, I want that in the book. Like I already have it planned out.
Yeah, I think when you texted me that, I was working on the second or third book, and I was like, dude, that's gonna be in like a year, but all right.
Yeah,
That was fun though. That came together well too, because I had you record it twice, like one like you were normal, and then once like you were insane, and I just like layered them and kind of had the voice go back and back and forth between them.
yeah.
I think it came out well.
Oh, that came out beautifully. I was super happy with the with what you did with it from what I gave you, because like I'm not saying I gave you shit, but I'm like, I don't think I'm a professional by any means.
None of us are here are professionals, man. That's what
Oh
makes
no.
this fucking beautiful. There's exactly one professional on this, and she's not even doing it professionally. She's doing it, I hope, because we're friends. But yeah, no
Yes.
professionalism here. We're all ass grabbers.
Oh, fuck, that's like my specialty in life, because I have drillers on site this week, and like they broke their rig
Uh,
yesterday, and this morning like one of them is like just trying to like drill out these fucking bolts, and I'm just watching him do it, and I just take one look at him, and the other guy just looks at me like waiting for me to like say something, and I'm just like, you fuck the way you drill out bolts. And like the one guy just starts fucking dying laughing. The guy drilling just like stops and turns and looks at me. He goes, well, yeah, I mean, I'm fat. I'm like, that's not an excuse. That should make you better at it. Use your fucking momentum.
Come on, dude. Fucking mass times energy equals, well, I don't know what it means, but you got a lot of mass there, buddy. Come on, put some energy into it. Go
Like,
nuclear.
like, come on. Like, what the fuck? Don't use an excuse. Use it to your advantage. And like the other two drillers are just fucking dying of laughter, because like they're not used to like the client like saying shit like this to them. But I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm only here for 1 week. I'm covering for a dude.
And you ain't firing me. Fuck you. No, but the voices were fun too when they came in, because like originally, like when you sent in Capulet and Piroska, fucking you did half of the first chapter for Capulet with a French voice. You're like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not doing that.
I fucking forgot about that.
And then with Piroska, you did like 2 or 3 voices. Wait a minute, no, I've read the next book. This guy's a fucker. He's gonna sound like Nixon.
Yeah.
Which the comments about that have been fun. Why is Nixon running the fucking Marine Corps? Because it's a book, buddy. Chill out.
I remember reading one when somebody heard it and they're like, I want to hear him like do the Agnew thing, and I'm like, I mean, it's too late. I've already mailed them all in.
You did do that though. It's in one of the bloopers.
Did I? Fuck, I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, it's in
remember.
there. Also, a lot of poetic prose towards Sergeant Major Gladebine's.
Oh yeah, that was uh that was a side quest of his that didn't make it into the book, but
Yeah.
it's a what did they call it in that one South Park episode? Under. It's in the it's you read between the lines. It's there. Piroska wanted
Mm.
those Glade wine titties.
Subtext.
The subtext, yes, that's the word.
Subliminal messaging. Undertone? I don't know.
He
You'd
wanted
think
a
I know
naughty
this kind of
office
thing.
romance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, especially in the Marine Corps. I mean, there's just something about like you're wearing camouflage every day and a green skivvy shirt, and you see someone else in that, and you're like,
Yeah.
those are some tits right there.
Yeah. And then like the fucking PT shorts, it's like this is the unsexiest thing that's ever unsexed, but for some reason it's not unsexing.
I don't know, man.
Sure.
Silkies on the right hips, they do it.
No, not silkies. Those like boot camp go down to your knees fuckers.
So, fun fact, silkies are the Marine Corps women's issued running shorts.
Really?
Really?
That makes so much more sense.
Yep.
Huh.
So, like, there's the male and the female issued running shorts, and like afterwards, anyone can buy whatever the fuck they want, but it's never actually explicitly written. But like, you were East Coast, right? Paris Island?
Yeah.
I don't know if you had a female company in line with your company.
No.
Okay, I did. So it was, it was only like 2 platoons, I think, maybe 4. So it was like 2 and 2, like a follow and lead. I don't know what it was exactly, but like basically my company did have a female company in line with us, like doing everything as we did. And like, don't look at the female fucking companies or the female platoons or anything over there because you will get lit up.
Yes, 18-year-old, do not look at booty, even though you haven't actually seen a woman in 3 months.
And they are, basically wearing the same camouflage bag you're wearing, and like nobody looks good here. But
so you think? I mean, what is it? Hunger is the best aphrodisiac? Wait, no, spice.
Variety is the spice of life, and
there you
BCGs cure everything.
Yeah, just take them off. You'll be all right.
Yeah, so like you can kind of side look, but you see them and like they're all in silkies, and like you see the ones that you're in, which are like the fucking weird, unsexy, unflattering things. And you're just like, these suck. I want to be in those running shorts. I also want to be in what's in those running shorts. Over there.
There you go. Bring it on, buddy.
Yeah.
Good times.
So is boot camp co-ed now? I have no fucking clue.
I don't know, man. I got out, and the only time I really give a shit is if somebody shares the same meme 15 fucking times, and it's like, all right, what are you morons doing now?
Yeah.
But that's really about it. Like the only one I got really mad about was like when they stopped, from what I understand, they stopped letting them have canteens, just gave everybody Camelbacks. I was like, well, where the fuck was that shit? I got that when I got to the fleet. I should have had that in boot camp. Oh, no water discipline. Got it. But,
How are they going to water PT them until they puke now?
I don't know. That was like 10 years ago, though, so I don't
know. Fuck, I don't know either. Well, no wonder all these kids these days suck. God, I didn't say much. My hiking pack has a Camelback in it, and I'm like, this is fantastic.
It is nice. I enjoy them. But it's also like that. How does that one joke go? Was it Samuel Mullen, the first recruiter coming out? Captain Mullen? I don't
Sounds
know.
correct.
Anyway, Captain Mullen goes into Ton Tavern. He's like, hey, everybody, we're starting a new thing. We're going to go fight the British. There'll be plenty of booze and you get to fight the British. Who wants to sign up? First guy comes and signs up, and Mullen's like, all right, cool. Go home, get your rifle. Come back here. We'll give you a free beer. Dude, first guy's like, okay, all right, cool. 2 or 3 more dudes come in, all right, well, hey, sign your name here. Go home, get your rifle. And then come back and we'll give you some beer. They'll leave. After a while, line thins out, and they're like, all right, we might actually have to start paying these guys something. So, 20 minutes later, people are coming, and he's like, all right, hey, sign your name here, and here's your rifle, and go get a beer. So he goes over there, and new guy's like, hey, can you believe this? Fucking Marine Corps, man. They give me a beer and a rifle. And the guy that's been there for 5 minutes, like, back in the old Corps, we had to bring our own rifles.
I heard that very similarly, but it was like the pay was like 1 keg a month, and then the new core one was the pay was 2 kegs a month. And it was like we didn't have it that good in the old core.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me because I guess it's a little bit on topic because the Smokepit Fairytales 6 is about pirates. There's this fresh boot pirate. He's about to go on his first cruise, and he's a little nervous, so he goes to the tavern, and he's sitting there, and he's drinking his beer, and he looks over, and he sees this crusty old fuck, and he's got a peg leg, a hook, and a patch eye. So he's like, all right, well, I can talk to him. Maybe he'll use me up a little bit. So he goes over, and he's like, hey, sir? He goes, yeah, what do you want? It's like, hey, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your leg? He's like, oh, yeah, we were fighting the Spanish off Gibraltar, and cannonball came through the hull and blew my leg off, and the ship's carpenter made me this fine peg leg. Boot pirate's like, oh, okay, all right, neat. Sips his beer. What happened to your hand? He's like, oh, well, you see that? We were, we were in New Spain, and we got boarded by the English, and I'm fighting 2 guys at the same time. He got a sword in each hand. The third guy comes up, whops off my hand, and ship's metalsmith, maybe this fine hook here. Boot pirate's like, okay, neat. What happened to your eye? And the old pirate looks over and he goes, oh, yeah, that seagull shot my eye. Young pirate's like, really? Was it that bad? He's like, yeah, it was the day after I got my hook. So that was fun. But yeah, Space Piracy was fun. I had a lot of fun revisiting that book, especially because most of the first 5 books are leading up to what happens in that book, and then and it's in like there's foreshadowing through it the whole way up, like fucking in the second, at the beginning of the second book, when Hank finds out Penelope's pregnant, she's like, I'm gonna name him Edward Thatch, which is Blackbeard's fucking name. But space piracy was a thing. I also was not thinking at all that Pasha was going to be like that in my head when I was writing him. But like when you sent me the lines, I was like, oh, it's disco time. Okay.
Dude, you said to go as Middle Eastern as possible, and then I'm
disco,
just like,
disco.
That's how I had to kind of get into the character. I'm like, hey, Middle Eastern, disco, let's do this. So like that's how I was like setting the voice in, and like, I don't know, whatever. But I'm like, Pasha's gonna be fun. And then I like, because I had not read book 6 in so long, like I'd like completed the whole series. So I'm like, and you just sent me the line. So I'm like, oh yeah, Pasha, he's the captain. I'm like, we'll make him, he's fun. Man. He's fun now.
He's fun whether or not you fucking wanted him to be.
And then like, we're like going through the lines, and like, towards the end, I'm like, fuck. He's a pussy.
Yeah. But I mean, it kind of fits. But now I have to go write a prequel just called Disco.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be amazing. The Pasha story, Disco. How I became a pirate. I am Pasha. Hear me roar.
Disco? You want some disco?
So I was partying with my favorite goat. I was having some hummus.
This is how I get my third wife. Discoletta.
Oh fuck, Discoletta.
Yeah, Europeans always throw me off when it's like, hey, you want to go to the nightclub? You mean the discotheque? No, I do not mean the discotheque. Where did you even get that fucking word?
That is a great question, where that word came from.
Yeah. I mean, club's also kind of a dumb one, too, because it's not like you have to have a membership to go into most of them.
No, but I just like the old joke of, let's go clubbing, and then, they go into Canada with the clubs and hitting baby seals, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, which is that meme specifically is exactly why in what is it? The Paragon of Man, that they went to that island and had to make new coats out of seals. And it's like, all right, I need a chapter where Hank just clubs baby seals for like 10 pages. It's gotta happen.
Which is fantastic.
Although I have a buddy whose sister works at not SeaWorld, but one of those places like that. And she was saying that a seal bite is like 10 times worse than any dog bite she's ever had. And I'm like, really? So yeah, they got like little fucking jagger teeth. Like they're like serrated and shit. Yeah. So we do need to club these things.
Makes sense. I mean, they fucking got to grab a fish and hold it.
Yeah. Fish are slippery.
So, fun things about like SeaWorld, but not.
Mhm.
So, just across the border in Canada at Niagara Falls, there's a place called Marineland.
Is it full of pissed off land squirrels?
No, but
Damn it!
so they have like one of those like annoying like 1990s style jingles.
Okay.
Like, because
What with
like,
like the tall, skinny dancing guy?
no. Like, the jingle is like, everyone loves Marineland. And so, like, I had heard this growing up my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
And then I go in the fucking Marines in the early 2000s, and there's like one other person from Western New York in my unit at my unit. And so he knows the song too. And I just look at him, I'm like, so do you love Marineland yet? And like we just sing that dumb song to each other all the fucking time. But like, yeah, it's one of those places that's like SeaWorld, and it's like one of those tourist trap spots right by Niagara Falls.
Kind of reminds me of south of the border in South Carolina,
Yeah.
but Mexican instead of but watery instead of Mexican, which I also think south of the border is a water park. I'm not sure why they have a Mexican themed water park in South Carolina, but hey, listen, I don't make the rules, man. I just look at the billboards.
Because they're calling it south of the border, and everyone thinks the border is not the North Carolina South Carolina divide.
I mean, they got the sombrero, man.
I mean, they got sombreros other places.
Do they though?
New Mexico?
Yeah, maybe.
Better than the old one.
I don't know, man. I like New Mexico. Fucking, I've only been there. I probably only spent like maybe half a week there, but I liked it. Fucking. Then again, I didn't like hang out. It was like I'm gonna go to this place. I'm gonna go to that place. I'm gonna drive 3 hours. I'm gonna go to that place. Go to this place. And mostly, it's like it was like fucking like the nuclear museums there, and then they had a couple air museums, and then I think it was the nuclear museum. And it was really neat because they had like half of a Russian submarine there, and it was like,
Whoa.
first off, you got this thing just sitting out in the desert. It's a submarine. You know it doesn't go under sand, right? Is there something you weren't telling us? Is this what they were using in Afghanistan? Did they have sand subs
No
fighting the
wonder they
moosh?
went broke fighting them over there.
Yeah.
Using sand subs.
I imagine the sub would work good, but I would speculate that they couldn't get the torpedoes to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Based on the little that I know about science, which is very little.
Yeah.
But you would think that the torpedoes might work better because torpedoes are faster than subs.
Right, but the subs are nuclear powered.
That's true.
So,
Question: would the sub going underneath the sand look like the worms and tremors when they're coming through the ground?
no, the torpedoes would. The subs would look like the worms in Dune going under the ground. So, like very very common misconception. They're not the same thing. Yes, they're giant worms that have big ugly mouths that eat a bunch of shit and can hear you when you walk, and they travel under the sand in the desert, and there's a bunch of like weird desert people above them trying to get away from them, and there's some odd drugs and everybody's coked out. But I mean, they're not the same thing, okay? Like,
That's what I've heard.
yeah.
Anyone who thinks so is just racist.
Yeah. And they conflate them with the fucking sandworm thing from Beetlejuice.
Oh, those things are awesome.
They are.
But like they make such a small appearance, but everyone makes such a big deal out of them. They're just like, oh my god, it's a little sand thing. Just
Well,
like,
you can't
eh.
you can't choose who your Boba Fett is, right? Because like originally in The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett, I think was originally supposed to be like a super stormtrooper, but like they flushed that shit out, made him a bounty hunter, and the movie came out, and then everybody's freaking out about this guy who did nothing, had like 2 lines, and was on screen for 45 fucking seconds, but coolest character fucking ever. And every time you try to remake that, you fall on your fucking face because they tried to do that with Brianna Tarth in the fucking new movies with the silver stormtrooper chick, and everybody's like, that's gay. No, we're good.
Well, what the fuck was it that I saw? Like the original trilogy was like fucking horrible script, but great acting, and like everyone just fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
The prequels was kind of a good mix of both.
Yeah.
Like decent writing, great acting, and just like, whatever. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I fucking loved it because I'm easily entertained. And then like the new trilogy ever was just like, I forget what the fuck they said it was, but basically like nobody liked it.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things too, though, is because like everyone likes to give what's his name? Hayden Christensen,
Yeah,
the guy that played Anakin. They like to give him flack for like having stiff acting and like not moving around a lot and giving poor line delivery. But it's like, did you guys watch the original trilogy? Like that weird, awkward, I don't really know what I'm saying while I'm saying it shit is how Darth Vader talked. He just sounded scary because he put him through a scuba mask.
Yeah.
But like, no, he nailed it. He did a good job. Like fucking, what was it? When they were trying to get the fucking Millennium Falcon, he's like, "Oh, sorry, Darth Vader, they're in an asteroid field," and Darth Vader's like, "Asteroids do not concern me, Colonel," or Captain or whatever. It's like, yeah, that sounds like the fucking new guy. Like the diction and the tone is the same. I'm sorry, it's not James Earl Jones doing it for you.
Well, they threw in James Earl Jones at the very end of the last one.
No! Yeah. It's like, dude, rewrite that. Make fucking Vader a Wookiee, man. Jesus.
So speaking of aliens,
yeah,
question I sent one of my buddies the other day, and he gave me the best answer that I think I've ever heard to any mix of this question is how far of a deviation from the norm would alien life have to look for you to not stick your dick in it?
Oh man, are we talking now or are we talking 22-year-old Lance Corporal me? Because there's a very different fucking set of rules we gotta fucking play by, man.
All right, cool. Let's hear both those answers for you, and then I'll tell you the best answer that I heard.
Okay, so right now I'm married, so none. But Lance Corporal Ainsworth. The only reason I wouldn't fuck a xenomorph is because I'm afraid I'd get her tipsy, take her home, take my pants off, and she'd smile and go, "It looks like a Jeff with a small mouth." and that would be too embarrassing, you know? Like, and then what if she squirts the fucking acid? Wow.
Yeah, you don't know what's down there.
No, I don't.
You don't know what that squirt's made out of.
No, fucking Ridley Scott refuses to answer my fucking emails.
What a dick.
I know, right?
Like he has better things to be doing.
Yeah. Fucker. But yeah, what's your answer?
Well, my buddy's answer, which I'm like, that's the best answer I've ever heard. This makes the most sense more than anything. And he goes, William Shatner, Captain Kirk standards. He's like, if Shatner would do it, I would.
I don't know, man, because Riker would do stuff that Kirk wouldn't.
Those are his standards. I'm like, that's... And it was like an instantaneous reply, too, because I'm just like texting him this while I'm bored. And I'm just like, that's fucking amazing. Like,
I mean,
thought about this.
I wouldn't know too much about that. I mean, it's not like I had a novel series where the main character is a military hero that bangs green redheaded chicks or anything.
Yeah, but like she's normal. She's got a giant flower tattoo down her arm.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's not just like weird alien. It's like, oh no, like they vibe like they were meant to be together.
Yeah, I also watched a lot of Star Trek growing up, and I was really upset that there weren't green chicks in The Next Generation. Because, like, hey, we got a better camera so you can see shit better. Better sound design. Our makeup department's on point. The Klingons don't just look like... okay, so we want racist samurai, but we don't want to be racist samurai about it. So swarthy Asian warrior. Just don't take their eyes back. And give him a better mustache. Cool. Klingons. And then everybody had like the fucking like I don't know about you, but like I kind of think of things in decades as far as fashion goes, and like good hair started in like maybe 77 and ended in 98 or 9. You know, when they were making the next, like imagine fucking Beverly Crusher just painted green. I'd never leave my house. I'd have that on Blu-ray and just jack off all day.
I mean, I guess I never thought of that one. Who's that one? Like, it was the brunette doctor chick.
Oh, she had a name. Troy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah. Although I think the best depiction of her was in Team America World Police. I'm feeling that there are terrorists around. It's like that's about that character. accurately.
Yes. I mean, I didn't care for that whole aspect of it, but I'm like, she's got it. That's
Yeah.
boner bait right there for me.
Yeah. Was she in a RoboCop movie?
I don't remember.
I remember she was in like a movie in the mid 80s, and she was like screaming girl number 3. And I want to say it was RoboCop, but I could be completely wrong. But in my head, it looks like RoboCop. But there's some like thugs that are holding her down, strips her naked. They're about to bang her, and then cop shows up and kills the rapists. But it wasn't the scene where RoboCop shot that dude in the dick. It would have been in 2 or 3.
See, the thing that I remember most about RoboCop is not him shooting the guy in the dick. It's that the Ford Taurus was the car of the future.
I am very upset they stopped making those.
And then they brought it back in a shitty way.
Yeah. Well, my first car was a fucking Contour, which is like the smaller. It was the one between the Escort and the Taurus. And
I do remember those, yes.
yeah, and I beat that thing to fucking shit, and it never fucking died on me. Like, this was, I don't know when Ford started to suck, but it was around 9/11 at some point. But also, fucking, my dad had some friends that were in a Taurus, and they hit ice or something. Excuse me, rolled off a cliff, fucking tin can the car, looked like fucking Macho Man Randy Savage ripped a fucking 6-pack in half and then ate it and shat it out. Like, it was like you looked at it and you're like, oh, how the fuck did anybody survive that? And the only injury anybody had was the wife cut her hand open on the glass when she was pulling herself out. So it was like, okay, so that's a car to live. And then my buddy Chuck, he had a fucking one of the old school Rangers, fell asleep at the wheel, fucking rolled it down a cliff. And he got a little bit of whiplash.
Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, Ford knew what they were doing 30 years ago.
I feel like that's safe to say for most car companies.
Yeah.
So the fuck was I going to say about the Ford Taurus? Oh, so it wasn't like designed by an engineer. It was designed by Ford's like bean counting department first of like what parts they could use from other vehicles to like continue to get like cheaper discounts to mass produce it. And then
Kind
it
of
was
like
engineered around that.
kind of like how the original Mustang was just a Pinto with a fucking big block in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like things like taillights, axles, like all these things, like basically the bean counters are like, if we can buy more of like these parts, we'll get a steeper discount on like those parts or like manufacturing them or like however it like worked out to where they're just like, yeah, like build this car. And like basically it was like not a license to print money, but like we're gonna make a great profit off of it. And then it became popular and they're just like, oh shit, yeah.
I mean, they're good cars. They got you around. Fucking, you could fit your whole fucking family in it. This is before like the SUV craze took over everybody. And I also on that, like, you know how like there aren't really cars anymore, but there's not really SUVs either. They're these weird crossbred hybrid fucking abominations.
Yeah, crossover.
Like those things have been around for way too long, and I'm really hoping that we're on the fucking ass end of it. And I want the fucking sedan to come back. Like,
you know what I was actually trying to look up not too long ago and see like new ones and like what exists of them?
yeah.
Station wagons.
None. Well, no,
Subaru Outback and
yeah.
Volvo V90s. And then like there's like 2 Audis.
Yeah.
But there is not an American one. And it's like, what the fuck?
Although people love their fucking Subarus, man. Like,
they're not bad.
I'm not into Japanese cars much, but like people who are, they're either Toyota or Subaru guys. And if they're not one of those two, they have some other Japanese car and they want a Toyota or a Subaru. And then once they get one, it's almost like the Jeep cult, except for instead of saying with this model, it's, you know, that brand overall. But I've never met anybody with either one of those makes that didn't fucking love it.
Yeah. So then if you go hardcore into like the tuner car subculture, like
yeah,
those are the big ones are Subaru and Honda for like actual like souping them up.
Yeah.
Because Mitsubishi doesn't make the Evolution anymore.
No, there's a bunch of WRXs around here that are just like, dude, kid, fucking wrap that around a tree and put me out of my misery. Stop driving that piece of shit. But
oh yeah,
it'd be like that. I mean, we stopped making cool cars. Fucking the last really cool car we had was the fucking Challenger, and I mean, I think they're cool, but I've never met one. I've never met anybody that owned one that liked it. So that kind of tells me something about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't stop me from wanting one. If I ever have the money for it, I'm going to buy one just to
The
hate it.
problem, the problem with the new Challenger is that it looks like the old one. It looks beautiful, but if you sit it next to the old one, you're like, this thing is big and bloated.
Dude, I mean, I don't even know about that because I was spent most of the summer going to fucking car shows and shit, and they'd have like the new Challengers next to the old ones, and like you look at the new ones, you're like, yeah, that's a neat. Look at this 71 over here. This thing is twice that size. You could, if you drove this thing into a river, you could probably drive this to fucking Europe from here. Like, just keep your foot on the gas. Just make sure the hood stays above water.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Big fat ass on them.
But yeah, those things are just phenomenal looking and like built for straight line speed.
Yeah.
And like, they're just great. But the Barracuda, it's like, God damn, that thing was sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that big stupid wing on that thing.
Yeah, I always like the was the Plymouth Superbirds.
Is that the one that I'm thinking of?
Joe Dirt's car. Richard Petty drove it for a while.
Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of that. I don't know why I called it a Barracuda.
Well, no, because they had the Superbird, and then that was Plymouth's, and then fucking they had like 3 or 4 other ones that were the same car with just different fucking badges on them, so they could sell them to different people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those were sexy. Fucking my dad had framed in our house growing up this ad, and you just see the back end of it. There's like 4 chicks standing on top of the fucking fin or on top of the wing in bikinis. And it's like, oh man, each one of those chicks weighs a quarter of a woman does now. Damn.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be a sad future for fucking motorheads.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of it is A, fucking cars are fucking stupid expensive now, but like B, they're not easy to work on and parts aren't fucking interchangeable as much.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just go down to AutoZone and be like, I want this. Let's put that on there. And then
the only things where it's like, oh yeah, I can change your cabin air filter easily.
Yeah. And you saw the fucking abomination they turned the fucking Corvette into. It's like, this is not a European car, right? Why the fuck is the engine in the back?
I'll have to say something nice about it before I talk shit about it.
Okay.
They did a great job.
They did.
Making it a well-balanced mid-engine car. America is not well-balanced mid-engine fucking cars.
No. America is too much fucking horsepower on a fucking heavy-ass front end that you're going to die in. But that's half the fun.
That puts it to the rear fucking wheels.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, quarter-mile straight-line speed, cool. And, like, C4 and C5 Corvettes, like, did great fucking cornering and handling, and overall weight balance was fucking phenomenal for American front engine rear wheel drive vehicle. Like, they fucking, those all nailed it. And then they pull out this thing, and it's just like, on one hand, I'm like, cool, I see what you guys are trying to do. You want to win like 24 hours of Le Mans again? Like, you want to push this up against fucking...
It should have been its own specific model that they made just enough of to be able to fucking qualify for the races. Like, I forget what the model was, but...
GT40.
Richard Petty's car?
No. The Ford GT40 did it in like the 60s.
Yeah, no, they did it again in the 80s, but they made just enough of them so that Richard Petty could drive them in NASCAR. And then they sold them, but like you're never going to find one because like everyone bought them and crashed them immediately, or NASCAR bought them, and then we don't know where they all went. But it was a Pontiac. And I think it was... it wasn't a Trans Am, but it was like a heavily modified Trans Am. That's like, this is a new car. Sorry, not Trans Am, Grand Am.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a new car. It's not just another Grand Am. But they fucked up when they discontinued fucking Pontiac, because I was working at a car lot a few years ago for a while, and some of the older dudes were talking about, working at, GM or Chevy when they got rid of fucking Pontiac, and they were pissed off because you can't get Chevys off the fucking lot, but you can't they couldn't keep Pontiacs on the lot. Like they'd bring them on the fucking truck and they'd maybe be there for 4 fucking days because people just fucking love Pontiac. But GM started going downhill, and you're not going to take down your fucking flagship brand, even though someone else is making a bunch more money with it. But
yeah, why do the smart thing?
Yeah.
No, but they also killed off, I think, Oldsmobile at the same time. No,
yeah,
no, that was much late. That was much earlier.
No, and they're still making Buicks, which fine, I guess, but like Oldsmobile was the cooler one. But I mean, that's also because you had 442s and shit. And I'm thinking Oldsmobile in the fucking 60s and 70s was Oldsmobile in the 90s or 2000s, and that's my fault.
Oldsmobiles in the 2000s was I had an Alero, and it was the 2-door one, which wasn't horrible. 6-cylinder. I mean, it was fucking nice. It was quick. It was fun. Had a 6-disc changer in it, which at that time made me feel awesome. Yeah, the only problem that I had with it was the fucking window regulators would break on it every 6 months.
Really?
Yes.
Like on cue?
Like basically, like not on cue, but like you knew it was going to happen. You're like, oh, cool. I just replaced the window regulator again, and then like, let's see when this is going to fucking happen.
Yeah, that's why I sold. I had a '98 Corvette, and I sold it because I think I went through 3 or 4 rear ends in like 4 years. And now, to be fair, I was driving it like an asshole. I was stationed in Tornado Palms. There aren't cops out in the fucking desert. Do whatever the fuck I want.
Driving it like a fucking.
And then like
first like enlistment Marine in a fucking party town.
Yeah, and except for at that point, I was a sergeant. I was on my ass into my second enlistment, so I had the money to fucking pay for it if it broke, which I did several times. But then one day I just felt a little odd grinding in the fucking stick, and I was like, I have to sell this thing in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, which I didn't. I wish I still had that car, but fucking beggars and horses and shit.
But yes.
Yeah.
So the new book, Litany of Vice.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I don't want to give away too much.
I'm not going to ask too many questions, but I'm just going to go. So I know we were talking earlier about like potential like patches or things like that. I have some input from being in the fucking air wing about like patch designs and shit like that. So one of my units like used like constellations in the background behind things. And I think you could go fucking wild.
Was it the 1st Marine Division, 2nd Marine Division? It's the same constellation.
So
I think 3rd and 2nd Mall both do it. I think no, 2nd and 4th. 3rd one's the weird.
Use?
Well, I forget which one's which, but like there's math to do on this because everything adds up to 3. Because on the West Coast, you got 1st Marine Division and 2nd Marine Air Wing, so that's 3. And then on the East Coast, you got 2nd Mardiv and 1st Mall, so that's 3. And
no,
then
East Coast is 2 and 2.
Is it 2 and 2? Then why am I thinking 4? No, it's 4. It's 4. It's 2 and 2, and then West Coast is 1st Marine Division, 3rd Marine Air Wing, and then Japan's their own shit.
Japan is inverse of California.
Yeah.
So they're.
I don't know. It's been a while.
3rd Marine Air Wing or 3rd Marine Division.
Yeah, they got 3rd Marine,
one is
which is weird because in Hawaii they got the 3rd Marine Division, but there's only like 1 regiment in it.
They're kind of like a conglomeration of things.
Yeah,
it's a little bit Cali, a little bit Japan.
Yeah, and most of it's dudes on UDP.
Yeah.
Unless no, but like
air wing stationed there.
Yeah, but for the Litany of Vice, I didn't fucking there's a lot that the art says that the book doesn't, and I kind of did that on purpose. Where it's like I'm not going to bog you down telling you fucking what their uniforms look like. I'm just going to go ham on the fucking art. So, boom, you know what it is. So they got their national colors, their rank, and then their unit fucking patch
patches.
Yeah, and in the art, I made it, appropriate. Hey, listen, like I didn't go through, like nowhere in the book is it going to say, oh, well, this person's, rank is, a line and a line with a loop and then like a star or whatever. It's just like, I came up with that beforehand when I'm doing the art. This is what you're wearing. But the squadron patch for the main character's in, it's kind of like the Roman eagle, but instead of like the banner underneath, it's 2 tridents.
Oh.
And then like that's inside of like a red circle with a black thing with I forget what the wording is, but it's kind of like an in joke. It's the Navy of the Republic of Europa, and then something else in Latin, but the whatever thing in Latin is the power of the machine, because they're mech pilots screaming around in Gundams. And then also like no spoilers or anything, but like everything I write, I gotta love the Marines a little bit, so the Black Sheep Squadron shows up in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Them and who's the other one? They were Harriers when I was in, but was it the Ace of Spades Squadron? Or they just have Ace of Spades on their fucking thing, and I'm just calling them that. Kind of like the Navy's Jolly Roger Squadron, which I just call the Skull and Bone Squadron because I have 2 brain cells.
I'd have to look it up, but I want to say there's probably an Ace of Spades Squadron, or at least a Spades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they'd probably just get rolled into like being an Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
But fun fact and how superstitious Marine Corps squadrons are, none of them have an aircraft 13.
Not Marine Corps, but the main character in the Litany of Vice. And again, this isn't in the books, just in the art, but her tail number is 1369.
Nice.
Unlucky cocksucker.
So the other fun thing that like squadrons will do, if like, let's say aircraft 5 crashes, they retire that number, and then they'll skip like, so like a normal unit will have like, well, helicopter or an Osprey unit will have like 12.
Yeah.
So then, they'll start at 0, 0, 1. So it's double nuts, which is usually the fucking CO's bird. And then they give it like the fun tail art, which if you ever get bored, look up fucking tail art for fucking Ospreys. They're phenomenal what they're doing with them now. Cause like I used to put the tail art on ours, and like it was fucking stupid ass stencils. And it's just like, looks like a retarded kindergartner did it. I'm like, yeah, that was
something that like aircraft fucking painters have done that I've noticed anyway, that I've never fucking got my head around, is it looks flat, and I've tried to stencil shit, everything like at least looks like at least it's 1/4 of a millimeter, might almost be flat, but it's never flat. It's like, how the fuck do you people do this? Like, do you guys have special fucking spray paint for this? Also, Maricone, what up?
Not really special spray paint. It's just fucking I don't know. It's the best way to put it. High volume, low pressure guns.
Okay.
So like,
I guess if you paint it all wet, it might do that.
Yeah. So I mean, you're taping and stenciling things off.
Yeah.
And trying to like get things as good as possible.
Or does it just look good because you're looking at it from far away?
Well, it's also such a big surface. Like it looks better from far away.
Yeah.
Like a tail, like an osprey's tail is pretty fucking big. Probably like 2 people high.
Yeah, I've only been on one 2 or 3 times. I was very fortunate to have been a CH-53 and 46 dude while I was in.
I mean, those were predominantly the things that were over there and doing action missions.
Yeah. And I got out in 18, so I mean,
I got out from working on them just after the first or second unit went over.
Okay.
Yeah, so like 2008, that's when I got out, and like they're like, "Hey, you extend, we'll send you an operational unit." I'm like, "No, I've had enough. I'm good. Thanks. See you later."
Well, no, it's funny because like the generals would all fly around in them, like in country, and then never got close to one besides, oh, hey, the commandant's here. All right, let's go watch this guy land. But when I was on my muse, fucking, we were doing 46s still, which I really love a fucking 46. I think they're neat.
I don't got anything against the 46. Like all the guys that came over from working on 46s changing to Ospreys, they fucking love that bird. Like absolutely amazingly love that bird. Like fucking frogs forever, ride or die till like the end of their fucking life. Like they're gonna scream that, and fucking one of them will probably put it on their gravestone. Like, I would not be surprised in the fucking slightest. Also, fun little thing. So, you see that new thing where Lockheed released a new updated Blackhawk H60?
No.
So they made a new Blackhawk H60. It's basically a drone. It's pilotless.
Okay.
And so, like, the video of it, like the release video, or like at the beginning of it, they have like a few guys like working on it, like building the thing.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a guy I was in with.
Oh, nice. Small world then.
Well, yeah. And
Yeah.
like, and so like I saw it on Instagram. He's just like, big thing happening soon. And there's like, then like they released the video and he puts it in his stories. He's like, find me in the video. And I just like took a screenshot. I'm like, found you. And it doesn't look like you got your heat gun plugged in. He's like, it's funny, but it actually was.
That's fun. Fucking actually no, this isn't even a spoiler for the Litany of Ice. I'm working on not its sequel, but one that's closer to it in the universe in which it exists. And I'm only like 4 or 5 chapters into it, but it's like a noir cop drama. And it takes place, on Europa. It's in the Smokepit Fairytales universe, but like if you read Smokepit Fairytales and read this, it'd be like, is it? But there's a part in it where the cop character, sitting around watching TV and fucking throws a bitch fit because the person in the movie that they were watching turns the safety off on their Glock to show that they're serious about something. And the cop's like, what? How the fuck did you even do that?
Yeah. So we got to address the elephant in the room, that ospreys are tight, but are ineconomic due to repairs cost. And that's because of one simple thing. They are the height of 1980s fly-by-wire technology. And yes.
Well, the idea has been around forever. Like, do you remember the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest?
Yeah.
One of the bad guys, if I remember right, he had like a trench coat and like a fedora, and he had a mask because half his face was burned off and his family was dead. He had this thing called the Book of Rage, which is the blank notebook with a picture of his dead wife in it. But he flew around on not an Osprey, and that was from like what, 93?
So the idea of the Osprey is from actually way before that. Let's go back to the year 1943.
Oh, Jesus.
Germany.
That checks out.
Like, yeah, they were trying to develop helicopters and VTOL aircraft and all that shit.
And then we brought all those scientists over here, gave them new name. Now, half the time we gave them new names. The other half the time, it's like, so how many Jews did you kill? Only 50. All right, fucking Werner, get to NASA.
We can overlook that if you get us to the moon.
Yeah, fuck it. Which it's hilarious because like in the mid 50s, like Werner von Braun is doing like Disney specials where he's talking about rocketry and how we're gonna go to space and do this and that and whatever. It's like 10 years ago, man. Thank God the internet didn't exist back then, because like someone would have shot you in the street.
Oh yeah. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, basically like Germany's design was like just a regular like prop aircraft, and then like the actual wings themselves started fucking like moving like that, like the Osprey's rotors would. Like they legitimately tried. They probably got close, but like most of the things Germany did, like they just like had way too many fucking coked out ideas to fucking spread their resources too thin.
Too little, too late, too insane. Also, your bureaucracy fucking sucks, and someone should really fucking kick your chain of command in the ass and get you to build the thing we need you to build to win the war, which I know you're not going to do, but like, I don't know, fucking
the jet powered Messerschmitt, if they would have fucking got that.
Yeah, fucking blood sacrifice to rocketry. Yeah. No, but like two of my favorite things about Germany in World War II is, one of them was oh my God, I think it was John Glenn. It was not John Glenn. It was either John Glenn or Chuck Yeager. I think it was Chuck Yeager. But he's got this quote because, he shot down an Me-262. And he's like, yeah, the first time I saw a jet, I shot it down. It's like, fuck yeah, America. And then the other one is I think it's a book called American Odyssey. I might be wrong about that, but it's about this like German farmer dude, and he gets drafted and like sent to fucking France to go, fight with the fucking Nazis. And then like first fucking battle gets hit in the fucking head and captured, and he wakes up and he's like on the other side of France, and he's a POW in an American POW camp. And he's getting like 3 hots on a cot. He's like, they can afford to feed us this much? Oh fuck, we're cooked.
There was another one. There was a POW camp in, I say it was like either New Jersey or like outside DC somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like news specials on it, and basically like that's what they did. They put all the officers there, and like they just treated them as nice as they could, and then bugged the entire place with microphones.
Yeah.
And then just like left them alone and just waited for him to slip.
Yeah, I think this dude ended up on a beet farm in either Nevada or Idaho or fucking somewhere. And it was funny because apparently they put him on a boat, brought him over here, dropped him off in New York, put him on a train, and sent him across. And the train they were on, they were going through Ohio, and none of the Germans spoke English, and none of the guards spoke fucking German. So they're using hand and arm signals. Hey, go this way, fucking blah blah whatever. And one of the dudes is trying to figure out where the fuck they are, and then he points out the window, and he's like, "Where are we?" And the guard figures out that's what he wants to know, and he's like, "Cincinnati." And the German dude freaks out because he was drafted. He wasn't a fucking Nazi, but you're a Nazi, and German is "Sind Sie a Nazi?" So he's saying Cincinnati, and he's like, "No, I'm not a fucking Nazi, dude. I got drafted." It's the small things that make you smile.
It is the small things like that.
Yeah.
So did you know Cincinnati used to be like the pork slaughtering capital of the world?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so like all like the trains and stuff from like all over like the South and the Midwest would, and also up the river, up the Ohio, would send like all their fucking pigs to Cincinnati to get slaughtered for like pork and like all that other shit. Like all the pork products, and then like they'd make all the lard and stuff.
Yeah.
And then what fucking company? There was some fucking company that like started developing basically I think it was Crisco.
Okay.
They started like making Crisco as an alternative to lard there. And that like it basically like collapsed Cincinnati as like the fucking pork slaughtering capital because of fucking Crisco, because like as Crisco rose in popularity and like they started like bad mouthing lard as like bad for you, where in fact like industrial seed oils like that really should be used far more sparingly.
Yeah.
There's just, but Crisco has its uses. Make great pie crust.
I was thinking anal lube, but whatever.
I mean, you can do it for that too.
Also, that's kind of a weird thing because like there's no such thing as anal lube. It's just lube. Like, what are you using it for, buddy?
Using it for anuses.
No, I didn't know that.
Any circular opening is called an annulus.
I did not know that.
Well, yeah, because like lots of like if you were to put a steel pipe in the ground or a well, the opening of that is called an annulus, and
it looks like there's an annulus in that picture behind you.
Oh, there probably is, but it's spelled anal us. So the first time I saw that word, I'm like, I am such a child. What is this word?
Let's go to Google real quick. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot.
Oh, a circular opening. That's definitely an anus.
So what you're saying is we gotta go pump the well. We gotta put some pressure on the annulus back there. Trim the lawn a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying we have to insert more rod into the annulus, is what I heard.
Mm-hmm. It checks out. That's what I heard.
What I heard too.
Oh.
What are your favorite rifles? I recently got an M1A, and I definitely prefer it at the range to the AR-15.
My favorite rifle is an M1A, which is just the civilian M14.
My current favorite rifle is my 300 Win Mag, because it's fucking stupid, and I just like it.
Second favorite is I got a 1917 SMLE Star Lee Enfield, and that thing fucks. It's like this is made in 1917. There's no way this doesn't have bodies on it.
Oh God, yeah. I have to go with second favorite is. I just like it because I've had it for so long. It was the thing my grandpa taught me to shoot on, but it's this fucking bolt action Marlin 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like, it's older than me. So like,
Yeah.
it's worn in, it's smooth, and it's a fucking tack driver.
Nice.
And like one of my buddies has like, like the Ruger 1022, like takedown. He can like do all the pull it apart and like, it's like that fucking long after you're fucking put the pieces together and like carry it around with you. I'm just like, I think fucking sucks. You need your semi-automatic Ruger 1022.
Have you seen that fucking thing where they only make so many of them a year, but it's this big fucking contraption that it's just a bunch of fucking rods of fucking steel and a gear and a crank on it. So completely legal to just fucking mail to you. But it comes with an instruction manual where you take 6 fucking Rugers and you disassemble them and you reassemble them on certain parts and it turns the thing into a fucking Gatling gun.
Oh my God. This sounds like something I need to find now.
Yeah. They're fun. I saw a video somewhere where someone built one, and because there's no machinery involved, it's not a machine gun because it's hand cranked. But the person doing the video, I'll find it and send it to you. But they're like, I have a fucking FFL, so it's okay for me to do this. But he took a power drill to it and just like, it's fun.
Oh yeah, Marlin Bolt 22 is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Tink.
Tink. Yeah.
See, that's that other thing. Like, I don't know. I think Ridgeway might be a little far from you.
Yeah, I think it's on the other side of the state.
It's north of DuBois, so it's probably like 2 hours.
Oh, shit, that one. Yeah, no, that's about 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man, that range, phenomenal. Like, I was trying to convince a bunch of my friends on just a random specific date, the 10th of November, 250th anniversary of our beloved Marine Corps. They'll be like, hey, we should all just call off on Monday and like go fucking shooting for an entire fucking day. And everyone's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's a fun idea. Like, I'm serious. We should do it. I'm like, the fuck? I want to do this. Nobody else wants to. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I'm going to
that's the bitch of it is. Like, you come up with a great fucking plan and no one else wants to fucking play with you.
It's fucking 4 dudes from my old unit that are within, I want to say 4 hours of each other. Mm-hmm. There's my buddy down in DuBois. Me and him live the closest. We're about 2 hours away. I'm just north of New York. Got another buddy in somewhere around Mansfield, Ohio. That's just because that's where his fucking wife's from, and he's from Boston, and he just loves living out in land and not being in Boston. I'm just like, fuck yeah, I mean, I understand it.
I mean, that's a rock and a hard place there, because it's like, you live in Boston or Ohio. Is suicide an option? No.
Huh. I mean, he loves it out there, so it's perfect for him. I mean, his wife's happy because she gets to live by her family, and fucking, he's happy because he has fucking land and he can do whatever he wants with fucking rifles and stuff.
Go outside and piss in the backyard without anybody crawling up your ass about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Just let the dog out and it fucking, runs 500 yards and comes back. Whatever. Great time.
Yeah.
And then another buddy down in Pittsburgh. It's just like, fuck, man, there's 4 of us. Like, we can go shooting. We can have a great fucking time. Just like, oh, no, I can't. I got this going on. I'm like, life sucks. That's the hardest part about getting out of the Marine Corps is saying goodbye to your friends and then not seeing them for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I try to do me and my friends try to do reunions every once in a while, but like it's we're gonna plan for every year. It's happened twice, so that's a bitch about getting out.
Yeah,
but what are you gonna do?
Well, if you're me, you can travel for work, and randomly you'll wind up within like 2 or 3 hours of fucking people, and you'll be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come see you on Thursday."
Well, I mean, that's why we have lunch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm driving right through the area where you live on my way home. What are you doing?
We're gonna go to this. I think they're Greek.
Oh, is it a
I think
disco
you're Greek.
check?
The disco disco?
Disco Greek?
Trip is the reason I started purchasing firearms. His descriptions made me need to know what was up with the M14.
I'll tell you what's up with the
My heart is
M14.
warmed, but also you're welcome.
I know. I'll tell you what's up with the M14. You buy an M14, boom, instantly rock hard boners.
Yeah.
Like just yeah.
No, it's funny
Nature's
because
Viagra.
yeah, no, it's funny because like the M14 gets like a lot of shit because everyone's like, oh my god, it's a piece of shit gun. It's like, yeah, no, when they first made the thing, the army fucking owned it and they contracted it out. And the ones that came from Springfield were great, but you know, the ones Remington and I forget who the fuck else made them. They had terrible fucking quality control issues, and it wasn't the M14, it was everything out of that fucking factory from that company. Don't blame the platform for that company fucking up.
Oh, you mean high quality U.S. government lowest bidder?
Oh yeah, them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So the fucking Northeast, like specifically Massachusetts, used to be like amazing for that shit. Springfield Armory, Springfield,
Yeah.
Massachusetts, fucking Savage Arms. I want to say they're out of Springfield, Massachusetts too, but
check out.
A couple other of them like were out of like the Northeast and like all that shit, but like fucking laws are getting to the point now where these companies are like, we can't even fucking make our shit in your state. Like we have to go.
Yeah,
And then like
shitty
those towns,
because it's like, yeah, the towns are built around that, so they're gonna fucking collapse afterwards. So it's like, do you guys really want this law on the books, or because you can have this law on the books, or you can have an economy here? Which one do you want?
well, Massachusetts, like for all that you can talk shit about them for like driving fucking firearms manufacturers are, is not hurting as an economy for a state. Like they're doing fairly well. Like
Yeah.
Boston and a couple other cities there are like actually doing very well. Like I've worked there, I've lived, and I haven't lived there, but I've like been through the state a bunch of times. I've worked there. And like they're not hurting, they're doing great. Like they have a great fucking economy in that state. But like you cross over the border from Massachusetts into the state of New York, and you're just like, why did the skies get gray and everything just get shitty from the same laws? Like what the
So
fuck?
it's like going from Pennsylvania to Ohio, or Indiana to Ohio, or Kentucky to Ohio, or Michigan to Ohio.
Yeah. Is there any other ones? Just fucking crossing over from Lake Erie into Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. No, there's like 20 miles of Pennsylvania there.
Yeah, there is.
But like if you're on the highway, it's like blip.
Yeah, pretty much. But like for as wonderful and as beautiful as like where I live in New York State is and like how fucking cool it is, like they have fucking collapsed western part of New York State's economy with just like steel mills are out. That isn't entirely New York State's fault.
No, that's been leaving fucking America since fucking NAFTA.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like the only thing left is like that I know of from where my area of the world is like there's an ice cream factory, there's a juice factory, and there's a Purina factory. It's like fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting what comes and goes because, like, I mean, like, obviously Hershey's a big thing in PA, but their chocolate sucks now. It all tastes like fucking wax, and none of it's got like. Most of it has very little actual chocolate in it, and there's like no dairy. So it's like, hey, what's milk chocolate made out of if you don't have dairy or cocoa in it? I'm interested to see, but I think that they're still around. A, because you know, fucking, they kind of got the monopoly on it. And then B, you know, you build a theme park around something and it ain't going nowhere.
So, what company owns Reese's? Is it Hershey's?
I think it's Hershey.
So I read, this was a few years ago, that the only thing keeping that company afloat is the Reese's line because people
Really?
Reese's and like the amount of like, not collabs isn't the right word for it, but like one-offs.
Crossover.
Yeah, so like
putting it in somebody else's ice cream, putting it in somebody else's cookies, putting it in something else's fucking breakfast cereal.
Yeah, that and like right now there's like an Oreo Reese's And a couple months back, they had the peanut butter and jelly Reese's. By the way, those were fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like it didn't even have real jelly in it. It was like some bullshit, and it was disturbing. I fuck with the peanut butter and jelly Reese's.
Yeah,
I
Lewis Cookie knows
question
what's up.
your fucking morality and your taste buds. Like, ugh.
Well, the other thing though is like not to be old man yelling at clouds about this, but like fucking I used to love Butterfingers, and they've tasted like shit for fucking 5 years. Like I don't know what they changed, but it's different and it's gross.
I see.
And it's like the whole fucking line with it. Like, and it's a shame because I forget what is it. Here in Altoona, they got the company that makes, I think, Clark bars, and like Mallow cups, and I don't like either one of those, but I still eat one every once in a while because my wife likes them. They haven't fucking changed a fucking bit. Now, I don't like Mallow cups because they're coconut. I imagine like a Reese's Pieces, but instead of peanut butter, it's coconut. Not a big fan of that, but it's been the same.
M&M's messed up when they turned down the ET spot. M&M's messed up when they started trying to make everything inside of an M&M.
Yeah, but like I've seen that green M&M. I want to be inside of an M&M.
Oh, I mean, I totally get that too.
Yeah, I was really upset when they took her out of heels. Like people give Tucker Carlson a bunch of shit for that, but it's like, yeah, but I wanted to fuck the green M&M. Like I'm gonna say the thing Tucker Carlson was too afraid to. I want to fuck the green M&M. Like put her back in heels. Give her thigh highs. Put the lipstick on. Give her fucking Axl Rose's haircut from 1988. I mean, Lita Ford's haircut from 1988.
What's the difference?
Yeah, Lois, you know what's up. Fucking Eminem fucker. Yeah.
So, with the advent of AI and futurism and like Japanese body pillow things, how long is it until there's a green M&M fuck doll?
I imagine
in the barracks.
Oh, okay. So my initial answer was like, if you have the money for it, it's there now. In the barracks means you got to get it down to
$400 or $500.
It depends on the barracks. And what I mean by that is if you got a bigger barracks, you're gonna have one guy that's a fucking weirdo that's gonna save up for that. So you need, I'm gonna say $2,000 before there's one. Not common, but like you got one on base somewhere in a barracks.
You think it's in headquarters barracks, or you think?
It's absolutely in headquarters barracks.
Those guys are weird.
Yeah, and it's probably an Intel dude.
Oh God, I didn't even think it would be an Intel dude. I was just thinking it'd be like someone from like S1 or like iPac or something.
No, Lewis has got a good point. You got a few guys that'll pull the money for it and just fucking run trains on it throughout the fucking weekend. Oh, we got a 96 coming up. Better 69 the M&M.
Tucker gets a pass like Stephen King. He said it during the Coke years. Come on.
Stephen King would get a pass if he wrote a good book since fucking he stopped doing cocaine. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna lie about this. Stephen King wrote some of my favorite books, but like there was like a definitive point where it was like, great book. Why did you write this? And it never went back.
And now he just like bitches about things online.
Yeah. No, because like what was it? Misery. When they made the movie, it was James Caan and I should know her name.
Bobby Boucher's mother.
Yeah. But like when I was reading that book, I could smell what he was talking about, and like not in a good way. I was like, man, that's good, man. Props. But after he stopped doing coke, it's like, all right, man. So everyone's got a secret. Apparently, writing fucking drama horror, and that's different than slasher horror. Apparently, the trick to that's cocaine. Kind of like playing good jazz requires heroin.
Oh yeah.
Like there aren't any good jazz dudes that don't do heroin. And people will say, well, that's correlation, not causation. It's like, well, then can you show me one jazz dude that didn't do heroin? If you did, you'd have an argument, but you don't. No, I have no aspirations of ever playing jazz. So I'm not going to do heroin about it. But if I really want to get into the trumpet, maybe the saxophone, be hanging out with Keith Richards, looking for some arm candy. You know what I mean?
Stand-up bass. I'm pretty sure it's a requirement. Lean up against that thing and just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. It's kind of like Coke goes back to like good hair metal. Like that's like fucking Poison, Motley Crue, fucking Warrant, extremely underrated band. But
Not even just good hair metal. Van Halen.
yeah, that's a fucking Coke thing, man. You need that shit.
Yeah, because they're not hair metal, they're teeth metal.
Mm.
They were the first metal band to smile and show their teeth.
Yeah, but Eddie Van Halen and fucking Alex Van Halen, and I'm gonna feel really bad for forgetting the other guy that's not David Lee Roth. They were all goons, but in a good way. It's like, oh yeah, you guys are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's so name. Well, and then you get the things like Megadeth, where it's like, what's the drug? Yes. Okay. Have fun, kids. It's like, all right, so the drummer is doing so much heroin he could stand up. The lead singer and the lead guitarist are. How did you get weed, coke, heroin, and Budweiser together in the same fucking room? Don't know how you did that, but cool. Is Marty gonna hang out for more than a no, he left. He fucked off to Japan. All right. Next guitarist is, hey, we're gonna no. Okay. They could never keep that second guy around, fourth guy around, third guy around. That band's Dave Mustaine and Dave Ellefson with a fucking rotating fucking.
Dave Ellefson is out now.
Who yes. Yeah, but there was only like what 2 albums that he wasn't on.
I don't know. This is the last one, and then I think the one coming up.
Yeah, but the one coming up is supposed to be the last one.
Well, so the last one I'm referring to is what fucking not The World Needs a Hero. The one that came out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
The World Needs a Hero is off cryptic writing from what 96.
No, The World Needs a Hero was an album.
Oh, they had an album about fuck. I'm out.
I'm pretty sure there was an album, The World Needs a Hero, or maybe I'm thinking of fucking something else. United Abominations.
Oh yeah, United Abominations. That one was good. Fucking but I also think that United Abominations that came out when I was in middle or high school because it had the song from Tomb Raider, the movie on it. That's what it opened up with. No. United Abominations is the one after the one I'm thinking about. Because they did Risk, they didn't break up, and then they did the album I'm thinking about, and then United Abominations. And I remember listening to United Abominations in Afghanistan, like 2008.
Yeah, I think Abominations sounds right for 2008.
Yeah. I've not been listening to enough Megadeth, which is weird because that's my writing music half the time. It's also my driving music. It's also my video game listening to music.
It's probably a good 50% of what I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
It's on multiple playlists for multiple reasons, and then sometimes just like, you know what? Time to play the full album again.
Yeah, I really wish that Dave's fucking solo album was an MD45 was just another Megadeth album. It's like, dude, that sounds more Megadeth than Risk did. And I liked Risk, but if it had to be one of them, that Risk should have been your solo album, then MD45 should have been Megadeth. But fuck it, whatever, dude. I'm not in charge of the band.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. No, well, one day.
But yes, Megadeth is doing a farewell album and tour. They're also going on the road with Iron Maiden.
I don't know how to feel about that because I haven't met anybody that's been to an Iron Maiden concert in the last 20 years that had a good time.
Why?
Apparently they play all the new shit. So they're like, play the Trooper, play Number of the Beast. Like, no, fuck you. We're going to play you this 15-minute song off our fucking Samurai album.
Oh, so apparently what they're doing on this tour is the first Iron Maiden album through Fear of the Dark.
If they did that, that'd be cool, except for, like Lewis pointed out, Bruce Dickinson can't sing anymore. Although, to be absolutely fair with that, Bruce has never been a good singer outside of the studio.
Yeah.
What is
I'm
it
still
like?
thinking
Live
about
After Death, everybody fucking like reels about that album, and it's like, yeah, the guitar works great, but did you hear Bruce on it? Like, you bought that? All right, but that's just me. I also don't think Dave Mustaine can sing live either, but
Yeah, but he admits it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw him live at a fucking House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, and like, yeah, he sounded like shit, and he was like swearing in between songs. He was like, "How the fuck are you guys doing today?" And this was like right after like that first radio alarm fucking damage, where he's like, "I'm
Yeah.
never gonna play again."
Yeah.
And then he comes back and he's just fucking ripping and shredding, and I'm just like, God damn.
I don't care if you can't sing. Fuck it.
I'm like, this is one of the highlights of my life.
I will say though that Steel Panther is infinitely better live than they are on their albums, and I love their albums. Like, there's that much better live. Like, I went to one of their shows. Shit, it's probably 2 years ago now, but it was in fucking Nashville, and there was 2 tornadoes that touched down, 6 inches of fucking water on the ground, softball size fucking hail. 200 people showed up to this fucking concert. So I was in the back row, 3 people back. And the entire time they're playing and just like talking shit about everyone else that didn't fucking show up. And it's like, yes.
I think I remember like when you were posting that on Instagram and all that stuff. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Also, I saw ZZ Top fucking probably 2009 or 10. 10 or 11. They were still kicking ass back like that far into the future, even though I can't name a song they wrote after like 1983.
I mean, you don't need to know a song they wrote after 1983.
No, it's like, what is it? ZZ Top has the same problem that Rob Zombie and Danzig have, where it's like they only have one song, but it's like, yeah, but I like that one song, so shut up. Well, their songs sound the same. Yeah, but I like it.
And LaGrange, that's it.
Yeah. You don't like Pearl Necklace? Come on. That's the greatest song about jewelry I've ever heard.
Yes, jewelry.
Yes, jewelry.
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 Yeah.
I don't know. What were you fucking?
Guar. That was the best concert I've fucking seen.
Really?
Guar at fucking Hooligans in Jacksonville, North Carolina. It was amazing.
Nice. I heard they put on a good show. I heard Alice Cooper's still putting on a good show too.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. Old dude fucking like, I'm out here doing fuck you. Oh shit. I think the key to Alice Cooper's success is that he came out of the womb looking like he was 90 years old.
Yeah.
So like he's never been young. He's just always been an old man. So he's used to it.
So you remember how like when we were young and like you'd see people your parents' age and like they're probably like the age that we are now. And you're like, God damn, those people are so old. They're like, they know so much in the world too. They're probably like smart and stuff. And then you get to like this age and you're like,
man,
oh no, they're just retarded and they're doing their best and guessing. And they got pissed off and yelled at me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just like, do I look like that to fucking young kids?
I mean, probably.
I'm like, holy shit.
Old man yells at clouds.
Get out of here, you fucking rain clouds.
It'll be a cold day in hell before I recognize Missouri.
What's that one that fucking I've seen on the internet before and I always forget about? Like people don't believe Wyoming's a real place or something.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
I
also think that there's more cows in Wyoming than there are people.
I'm pretty sure that's true for Montana.
I know that's true for Montana, but I also think Wyoming fits that bill also.
Okay.
I got a buddy that lives in Wyoming and fucking she lives out in the sticks, but she's telling me about I think it's Cody. What's the town's name?
Yes.
Yeah. And she's talking about how it's a 3-hour drive there and there's literally nothing on the way there. So it's like you drive into town, you get gas, you go do your thing, even if it's just going to the fucking, supermarket, and then you get gas again, and then you drive home. So no matter where you're going, the first place you're going to is a gas station because it's a tank away.
Jesus.
I don't know too many states you can do that in. Like maybe New Mexico. I would say Nevada, but like what? Fucking 50% of fucking Nevada is a military fucking firing range.
Pretty much.
So,
And the other half is 2 casino towns.
yeah. And like, I love Vegas. Would never move there. Great for trips. Too hot. I'm done with that shit. Too young to be wise, too old to have. So you're 28
Yep.
or 32. 28 to 32 is my guess. Don't worry, you don't ever actually get wiser. You just get better at lying about it.
You learn like 15 Confucius quotes and like, you pass them off as your own because you're like, I don't remember who said that.
And then you skim either Aristotle or Plato once. You get like 2 good fucking lines out of it. And you're like, yeah, okay.
Fuck yeah.
Which that's kind of funny because
start a conversation with, so I read in Miyamoto Musashi, and people just tune out. Say whatever you want after that.
Yeah. No, but fucking we've already got your lines for books 7, 8, and 9, but Smokepit Fairytale 7 is called Women, Barbarians, and Slaves. And I kind of force fed the fucking title on that because I was reading Socrates, and he had this thing about how, like, if you want to be a real human being, you can't be a woman.
You nailed it.
Yeah. No, yeah, all right. Yeah, no, but like Socrates, like, if you want to be a real human being, you can't be a woman, a barbarian, or a slave. You have to be a, man of Athens. And I was like, women, barbarians, and slaves. That'd be a cool heavy metal album. Wait a minute, I write books. That'd be a cool book title.
Fuck yeah.
And it like really has nothing to do with the rest of the book, but and I'm not going to go into spoilers because fucking it's not up on YouTube yet. But I was like, yeah, you could do some mental gymnastics and make that fit the plot, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, kind of like Smokepit Fairytales. The first one. I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with going on? It's bullshit I heard on the smoke deck, and it sounded cool.
That's all you fucking need.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder how fucking people name shit. Like, Appetite for Destruction. Great fucking album name. Doesn't have anything to do with that fucking album, but it sounds cool. We're gonna put some skulls on the front of it, and you're gonna fucking dig it. Countdown to Extinction. I guess we could do a song on this. It's not. It's. I'm not gonna say it's the worst song on the album because there isn't a bad song. It's the least good song on that album.
Ashes in Your Mouth is probably 1 or 2, depending on the day.
Yeah.
And then
I like Architecture of Destruction.
Architecture of Aggression.
Aggression. Yeah, fuck my bad.
Yes, that's the one. But that one's fucking phenomenal too.
That whole album just fucks.
Psychotron. I don't know why I love that one so much.
I mean, no, because that's one of those things. It's like Tetris. If I explain it to you, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing with that?" But then you experience it, and you're like, "Okay, all right, I know what you're talking about. Gotcha." Although Euthanasia was a great fucking title. Like, they didn't even need to have a fucking song named that.
No, that one was phenomenal. Where it's like, oh god, they double entendre it perfectly. God damn, Dave, you're brilliant.
Yeah, we are the youth of Asia. We're young Japanese people. We're the youth of Asia. Euthanasia.
We're the youth in Asia getting euthanasiaed.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? It's like one of those love hotels. Oh, it's not like one of those love hotels. Oh shit! I think I signed up. I'm in the wrong line. I left my cat in the toaster. I gotta go run real quick.
You guys like fresh cat? Let me go back to go get some. I'm right over there. I'm gonna go get in that Thailand ladyboy line.
Yeah.
Given the options.
So if you were a barbarian and you can't be a real human, if that were the idea for orcs emerged. So no. So Socrates, when he was talking about barbarians, he was talking about Persians. And probably Scythians or Scythians. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that. I think orcs are originally like a Scandinavian, just evil elf type goblin thing that we've slowly turned into more or less the Tolkienized fucking Uruk-hai over the fucking years. Although I do miss the also Steve, no spoilers. But I do miss the 70s classic fucking fantasy pig faced orcs, where it was like, this is just some fat dude with a pig face and a sword that hates you for reasons, and he wants to eat you for reasons. Like I miss those things. Kind of like what was it, Ganon in the original fucking Zelda? He was a fucking pig orc.
So I will say
Wizard.
that if we're gonna be going like barbarian style, like I'm just imagining myself as you're gonna know this immediately. John Goblikon dressed as goblins. So just imagine that song playing in your head, or that ending scene in the video for No One Survives, where he's just
ladies and gentlemen at home listening, if you haven't listened to a band called Necrogoblikon, their
stop
lead singer
right now.
Yeah, you need to stop watching the stream and just go watch some Necrogoblikon music videos. But
literally just watch that one, No One Survives.
Yeah. I also really liked This Is It, both the song and the fucking music video. Fucking great setup. But their lead singer is a goblin, not a dude dressed like a goblin. It's a fucking goblin. He also has his own podcast. It's fucking hilarious.
Phenomenal. Everything John Goblikon touches turns to shit because he doesn't have the golden goblin.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the Midas touch.
Yeah, it's what would the opposite of the gold touch be like? The coal touch?
The Michelin Tire Man touch?
Oh shit!
You got Midas, Michelin. I don't fucking know.
Midas is oil changes, so yeah, I guess it would be tire changes.
Maybe, I don't know. No, then it'd be the Halliburton touch. You got put oil in, take oil out.
It's not a bad plan, but I mean, both those companies kind of make bank. And Necrogoblikon, I don't think they're making bank.
No, I was a little apprehensive when they got rid of Spider. But I'm not displeased with their new album. A lot better than Austrian Death Machine. I was so fucking pissed off about that. They were one of my favorite bands. Then fucking Tim Lambesis goes to fucking yeah. What was his name? The guy from As I Lay Dying, which that band fucking sucks. But their lead singer Tom Lambesis had a side project called Austrian Death Machine, where it was just Arnold Schwarzenegger themed fucking. I don't even know. Is that speed metal?
Power metal?
Yeah, it's just this fucking like barbaric fucking like almost fucking thrash, and it was one of the greatest things ever fucking made. And then he goes to prison because he hired a hitman to kill his wife. Gets out of prison, makes a new album, and the new one sucks. I was mad. As they lay crying.
That's a good one.
Little curly man, the colorful tattoos and your long hair.
Get down.
Die! Yeah. No, I was mad. I was very mad. I texted you about that day it came out. I'm like, Steve, this album sucks. And you're like, yeah, man, I'm sorry.
So there was a new album that came out fucking 2 weeks ago, Blindfolded and Led to the Woods. The hardest part about being God is nobody believes you. I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
And it's fucking amazing. Like, it's one of those like storyline albums where it's just like front to end, there's a continuous story.
Yeah.
And it's basically about like stalking a woman, kidnapping her, and killing her.
So high art.
Yeah. It's fucking like, but like the music is phenomenal. Like, and it goes throughout it. And like, it's just like, this is fucking wild. Like, because the whole time you're just listening to this like beautiful heavy metal, and like the passages like go with the fucking story, and you're just like, what the fuck? I have to remember this is a fucked up story.
So two things. Fucking Lewis said there's a few Simpsons bands that are good. I only know one of them, and it's not a Simpsons band. It's a Ned Flanders band called Oakley Dokley.
Yep.
I would start off with a song called White Wine Spritzer. Dr. Colossus, I will check it out. The other one I've been listening to is kind of weird. It's called Hell's Enemy, and half their music is instrumental dungeon crawler 80s synth fucking music. And the other half of it is extremely Catholic death metal. So it's like you get the black metal sound. You can't understand what he's saying, blah, blah, whatever. It's like, all right, cool. Black metal. Got it. Go read the lyrics. The song's called Drink the Blood, Eat the Flesh. It's about going to fucking communion. And you're like, what? Pump the brakes real quick.
So there's an actual term for that. It's called white metal.
I guess.
No. Like it's an actual.
Oh, it is. It's an actual thing. Okay.
It's an actual genre. Christian black metal is white metal.
Huh. No, I had to buy one of their shirts because they had a song that fucking just like I was all right. Yeah, that wins. But it was mostly a Hail Mary, but the chorus is Hail Mary, full of grace, punch the devil in the face, and the T-shirt is a picture of Mary just beating the shit out of Satan, and it's like, oh, you can't not buy that.
So I saw an ad for like one of those like shirts, and I forget what it was, but it's like Psalm whatever, but it's basically like break your enemy's jaw by like punching him in like the mouth or something like that. And like I got this ad for it. Like I come from a very Christian family. I'm like somewhere in the ballpark of there. But my brother is very Christian. So I find that website and I send it to my nieces and nephew, and I'm just like, you should buy this shirt for your dad for Father's Day. And they're like, no, we can't do that. I'm like, why not? My brother was in the army for 22 years. He was a door gunner on 47s. Like, it was his fucking favorite thing in the world. Just fucking shooting people in Afghanistan from a fucking 47.
It's called spraying and praying, man. Hail Mary, full of grace.
And like, yeah, like he loved it. He's like, worst thing that happened to me was picking up E7. Then I couldn't fly as much anymore because you got to let the younger people fly. I'm like, I'm sorry, man.
No, that's the worst part of it. Fucking, I have an uncle that's was an F-18 pilot. And fucking, I think it was his retirement. It wasn't at his retirement party, but he was retiring soon. And I was talking to a fucking admiral, which is weird because I'm here as this guy's nephew, not as Lance Corporal Rando. And he's like, yeah, that dude would probably be a 2-star admiral right now if he got out of the fucking cockpit. But he was talking about, I was like, yeah, no, he got an opportunity to go to this command. And he's like, no, I want to stay in the cockpit. So he kept flying. I'm like, yeah, that's the right move. Cause like, why the fuck would you want to do paperwork when you could be strapped to a fucking rocket? Like, come on, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like fucking, I don't know. Religion and metal is weird because this isn't an absolute, but like 99% of the time, if your band is a Christian metal band, it sucks. Striper being a fucking outlier there, right? But if you're a secular metal band that happens to be Christians and you write a few songs about it, it always kicks ass. Points of note: Black Sabbath and Megadeth.
Side note, you know the story of Tom Araya from Slayer?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, him and his family, his father specifically is a Chilean immigrant.
Yeah. And Tom Araya is like Catholic.
Right. And his dad is also a preacher.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story of how his dad found out he was in the band Slayer?
Mm-mm.
So Tom Araya's dad is a preacher, and he gets called to some lady in his congregation's house to like help like not excommunicate. What's it? Basically, she said like,
my son's listening to this devil music, and we got to give him an exorcism to make him not listen to this devil music.
That's what it was. Like, you need to exorcise my son because, like, you know, he's got the.
Let me read the lyric sheet. Tom Araya.
No.
Okay.
He gets to this kid's room to go talk to him, and there's a Slayer poster on the wall, and there's his fucking son.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's how Tom Araya's dad fucking. And like, this story is from Tom Araya's sister. She's like, this is how it fucking happened.
Well, what's funny about Slayer though is like they kind of got pushed into that that image mostly because they're trolls, and they had an album or two, like what was it, fucking Hell Awaits, like, you guys are Satanists, and like, well, I mean, you know, if that's gonna sell records. And then they get around to fucking doing whatever album fucking Angel of Death was on. Like, you guys are Nazis. And it's like, well, I mean, if that's gonna sell records, which is why the fucking like coolest fucking patch of anything ever is it's the Nazi eagle with a fucking pentagram made of swords, and it says fucking Slayer on the front of it. But
Yep. You guys are Nazis. He's from Chile.
That's not helping his case, man.
That's Argentina.
Dude, I saw a fucking map, and it was one of the there's this Facebook fucking thing I follow, and it's just called Bad Maps or Terrible Maps or something. And one of them was of Israel's nuclear weapons fucking capabilities. It's like, here's a map of where they can shoot a nuclear missile to. Notice Argentina isn't in that circle. Huh.
I saw that one too.
And Lewis, your grandmother was excommunicated for marrying a Protestant back in the day. Well, I mean, I'm not Catholic yet, but like that checks out, I guess. I don't know. Like, how Protestant? Are we talking like Lutheran or like Mormon?
Or are we talking like Irish?
I mean, they're Catholics, most of
them.
Yeah,
Irish Protestant or Irish Catholic.
I think they had a war over that. It lasted for like 70 years.
I don't know if they're over
it yet. Took place in the 70s. One or the other.
It's like the wars in the Middle East. It's never ending. It's just kind of a truce right now.
Yeah,
they're in their disco party phase of the war right now.
Yeah, very disco.
But instead of hummus, they have Guinness. Oh, Guinness.
Dude, there's a place in Jacksonville, Florida. Anybody listening, go to this place called the Casbah.
Can you rock it?
Yeah, dude. It's a hookah lounge, and they got it, fucking set up to look like a fucking, I don't know, somewhere Indiana Jones would go in Egypt. And they have a really cool T-shirt. It says hookahs and bazookas, and it's this, belly dancer chick, and she's got a fucking, I think it's a small, which I was like, that's not a bazooka, but like, I really appreciate fucking whoever drew that knew what the fuck they were doing. But it's all fucking Mediterranean food, but then like every liquor you want. So it was like, no, you're gonna go here, you're gonna get some shawarma, you're gonna get some hummus, and you're gonna get a lot of fucking Guinness, and you're gonna have a good time.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Make that the next meetup spot. Is there a book club?
No, not yet. I've been trying to get my writers group to get a fucking get together. And I've been trying to get it to happen in Gettysburg.
Oh,
which would be cool. But again, one of those people's in Cody, fucking Wyoming, another one's in Colorado, and another one's in fucking Ireland. And
damn it, Damien.
And every time we get close, like, I'm planning a trip to America. All right, cool. We're going to set you up. See you in 6 months. Yeah, my wife decided she wanted to go to Spain instead. I'm like, dude, Damien, come on, man. Once.
You can't get a Philly cheesesteak in Italy.
No, you can't. And like, to be fair, I don't know what Italian food's like. I know what the American version of Italian food's like, which is better.
Because there's more.
Well, the other thing though is like we get this weird track record of like, people coming to this country and taking their like version of their food and getting here and be like, oh, if you made this with like real ingredients and cared about it, it'd be better. And they do. So like most Italian food you think of is actually New York food. Also, most Irish food is like New York Jew food. Corned beef and cabbage, that's Jewish food that they came up with in New York, and then it just happened to be adjacent to an Irish neighborhood, and then kind of got latched on when they started making fucking pubs for it. Like I was talking,
latched on to them because the Irish neighborhoods were poor and the Jews owned the delis, so they would buy the cheapest things in there, which was the corned beef and the cabbage and the potatoes.
Yeah, like I was talking to Damien about that. My other writer buddy, for those of you listening, and he had no idea what the fuck corned beef and cabbage was. I was like, but I thought you lived in Ireland. It's like, yeah, dude, we don't eat that, man. Like, it's like, oh, damn, okay, all right, my bad. But also, spaghetti and meatballs, American. The way we do lasagna, American. The way we do pizza, American. 99% of Chinese food, American. Fun fact: the way we eat sushi over here is American. In Japan, they have it kind of like inside out, unless you are by base, in which case they do it the American way because that's what they're used to, and you can get the fucking by. I don't remember what got us on this tangent. Oh, Italians. So I don't know what actual Italian food's like. I just know what the American better version of it is. But I have to assume that it's better for two reasons, right? Because A, America is the fucking promised land. I'm not going to die on this hill, but I will kill you on this hill. Secondly, as a penance, after killing Christ, God turned the Romans into Italians.
That explains a lot. That explains so fucking much. Goddamn. And that's why the Polish are running that continent right now.
Yeah. Also, I do think it's funny though that if you look at quote unquote Mediterranean food, it's all the same thing except for like Italian and a little bit of Spain, but like Spain's kind of just like spicier Lebanese food.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like Greek, Tunisia, Israel, Egypt, it's like, all right, here's your hummus, here's your olives, here's your. So that makes me think: is Mediterranean food just Phoenician food? Because all those cultures are really just Phoenicians if you go far enough back.
Predominantly, when you think Mediterranean food, yeah, you're thinking like Greek, Lebanon, Turkey, like all that stuff down through Egypt. But nobody like. I went hardcore down like looking up the Mediterranean diet one day, and like it includes everything from like the south of France, Spain, Italy, and like all that shit, like through all the like standard things that you'd think of, like the hummus, the fish, and like all that, and the spinach, spanakopita, and like you're just like, fuck, like a lot of people like leave out that like southern France cooking from it too, but like that's technically included in Mediterranean.
Yeah, technically paella is too. Which, if you look at Spanish food, it's like, oh, I wonder where the Mexicans got that idea. And it was either the Spaniards brought it over, or the Spaniards brought something over, and then the Germans in Texas made it something different. Which, fun fact about that, like 99% of fucking Mexican culture is fucking actually just German. Yep. Like, that's just how it fucking rolled out. I have no idea why. And it's not even like German. It's like Germans settled in Texas, and then 3 generations later, they started doing something, and then it migrated down to Mexico. That has a lot to do with food and music. Like, have you ever noticed that like Mexican like music is just polka?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, how dare you say something so true and so bold, or so bold and so true? And at least they weren't Greeks. Man, look, I got a lot of respect for ancient Greece, but there are some things the Romans did better. Like, did you know that the Greeks invented sex? And then the Romans introduced it to women.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, what was I about to fucking say? Oh, back to Spain. So, chorizo is just fucking pepperoni.
Yeah. It's a little spicier, but yeah. No, and the other thing is, like, I like the Mexican hot ground up version of it, but I also like the Spanish, like, cold cut. Like, it's this thick. We're going to cut it like this, put it on a sandwich. With some wine.
Fuck yeah.
Disquito? They know disco in España.
Oh, they disco in España.
They know disco in España. No disco.
No disco like we disco. We do the true disco. I show you. Come to the disco.
Disco? No disco.
No disco for you.
No. Also, I think one of the other things that's really interesting is, like, there's certain places on the planet that look the same. Like, half of California looks like, I'm sorry, a third of California is identical to fucking Iraq. A third of it is identical to fucking Afghanistan, and a third of it is identical to fucking Spain. Like the spaghetti westerns, you know, the fucking like, hey, we're Italians, we're gonna make a bunch of cowboy movies. They shot all those in southern Spain.
Shit, really?
And it just so happens that Spain looks a lot fucking like California and Arizona.
Mexicans didn't make chimichangas, ? So, chimichanga is just a fucking deep fried burrito. Yeah. And burrito just means little donkey.
Does it?
Yeah. ITO at the end of a Spanish word means little burro, so small donkey. And it was named after like the little like blanket that you rolled up and put on the donkey's saddle, like behind where you sit. That was called a burrito.
That's interesting.
So yes,
although that does kind of make me think though, because in German you have something like that, like Lein, like Fraulein. Like Frau means woman, Lein means little cute. then you just poke it like a puppy is a hound line, cute little puppy or a cute little dog. But what is that? What about Robert Heinlein? Is he a cute little hind? Cute little hiney? What's up, Starship Troopers guy? Can I pinch your hiney?
You say the right things to him, you can.
Sir, we got a bug problem. It's crabs.
I really like the moon was a harsh mistress. How you doing, big guy?
Yeah. Hey, what if I wrote a book where the moon was Australia? Like they got didgeridoos? No, we sent all our prisoners there. Yeah, it checks out.
And the entire thing is going to be based off of Republican ideals too. So there's no such thing as a free lunch. There's no such thing as a what?
Well, one of the funny things about fucking Heinlein, though, is like if you follow his career, like you can almost tell what Heinlein book someone read by what they think of him. Where it's like, oh, I read this Heinlein book. Guy was a fucking communist. I read this one. Dude's a terrible fucking fascist. Maybe he just like fucking exploring ideas because fucking everyone likes to point at Starship Troopers like, guy's a fascist. But like after that book came out, Isaac Asimov called him, and I quote, a flaming liberal. So it's like, well, maybe he just liked to write shit.
Didn't he write that because like he was living in Colorado Springs and he like got like some notice about like them building NORAD by his house?
I don't know. And libertarian, yeah, probably fucking fits him the best.
That tracked.
There was a book, I forget if it was called the fifth column or the sixth column. I think it was the fifth column. But the plot of it is not China nukes America into fucking nothing and then Red Dawns the fuck out of us. Like so bad there's like 3 army guys left in a bunker in the Pentagon. And they start an insurgency. And the way they do it is by the not Chinese that are occupying us, brutal fucking occupiers like fucking the Nazis in fucking Poland, except for they have a couple rules, like, hey, don't fuck with the religion, because if you fuck with the religion, that's gonna, start a big uprising. But as long as you don't fuck with the religion, they'll be all right. So these like 3 army guys that are left start a religion, and it's kind of like a cross between like Catholicism and like Buddhism, and they all become high priests in this religion. And because they get that religious status, their papers don't get checked beyond, I'm a priest. Okay, cool, pass on. And that's how they start smuggling weapons around.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And then if I remember right, one of the guys was a dude that joined the army after he got out of a internment camp at the end of World War II. So he's like, yeah, you passed for Asianese, who the bad guys were. Because the bad guys weren't Chinese or Koreans or Japanese. They were, Asia block number 3 bad guy. And he's like, yeah, you look slanty. You could be our infiltrator guy. Is NORAD being next door good for your property? Probably if you're renting. Like if you own the fucking house and you're renting it out, like, you get officers that, go there for 3 or 4 years and then bounce out and they don't want to buy a house there. Just want to rent for a few years. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. The other thing, though, which I think I would feel amiss if I didn't bring up, is that Robert Heinlein, with Starship Troopers, invented the giant jump. He didn't invent the giant robot genre, but he invented the I forget, they got a name for it. Yeah. But everyone likes to credit Mobile Suit Gundam for doing this, right? Because there was Super Robot where you had stuff like, Mazinger or fucking Gekiganger, not Gekiganger, that's a different fucking story. Like Voltron or fucking Power Rangers, right? Where it's like, I got a super giant robot, we're gonna go beat up the bad guys. Real Robot is what this genre is called. Everyone credits Gundam for it because Gundam was the first anime that instead of the giant robot going up and fighting monsters, people built a bunch of these things and we're going to use them like either fighter jets or tanks or some shit like that. But Tomino, the guy that wrote Gundam, only wrote it because he loved Starship Troopers and loved the power armor in it. And like fucking, what is it? The mobile infantry had, fucking power suits. So he's like, mobile infantry, mobile suit. Huh? These things are tanks. Like, we're not fighting monsters. We're just fighting other dudes in fucking tanks. So everybody likes to give that fucking credit to Gundam, but it came from Starship Troopers originally. Also, fun fucking fact. You know how there's all this discourse about like how Verhoeven, the guy that made the Starship Troopers movie, where it's like, well, I did this to make fun of fascism, and I changed, this from the book to this because I wanted to give it like this like new American feeling, just to like poke fun at America and their militarism or whatever. There was a Starship Troopers anime in the fucking 80s where Johnny Rico, not Juan Rico from the Philippines, but Johnny Rico, good old-fashioned blonde-haired American football player, dude, went to join the mobile infantry mostly because his like not girlfriend Carmen, who wasn't a bald-headed fucking super chick pilot, but like this like sexy raven-haired goddess of a human being, fucking also joined the military. And it's like years later when this anime, by the way, is just on YouTube. You can go watch it. It's free. Where it's like, hey, Paul Verhoeven, did you watch this anime and make an adaptation of the anime and just like make up some bullshit to sell the movie? Because it seems like you did that.
I could see it.
Yeah. Bastard.
I don't know. You think that guy did enough coke to watch anime in the 80s?
I mean, considering all the stuff he stole from the anime that wasn't in the book but was in the fucking movie. Plus, he's a weird Dutch dude. He didn't need coke. Like, to quote Austin Powers, how about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
There's only two things I hate. People intolerant of other people's culture and the Dutch.
Spot on.
Yes.
There's only two things I'm afraid of. One of them is nuclear war. What's the other one? Carnies. Small hands. Smells like cabbage. Yeah. Fun shit. But on that, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for fucking tuning in. And make sure to go listen to Steve talking the Smokepit Fairytales audiobooks. What's going on with Wonton Wednesdays? We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, I kind of just gave up on it. I'm like, it's too hard to fucking shove the fucking square peg in the round hole anymore. And I'm like, I don't know if I fucking want to.
What's hard about talking to assholes on the internet?
That's not the hard part. That's the easy part. The hard part is finding assholes on the internet that want to fucking talk to me.
I'm an asshole on the internet that wants to talk to you. T2 Crash, who showed up at the wrong time just as we're wrapping up, would be an asshole on the internet that wants to talk to you.
The problem with trying to fucking talk to you on the internet is I can't do it consistently every week to put out a fucking episode because you're busy, you have a life, you're putting out fucking books and fucking like 4 other things. Like, yeah, I can do it with you like maybe once a month, once a quarter if it's fucking shitty, but like I need to have other fucking people on. Like my buddies Donnie and Kyle were fucking great, but they were unreliable. I love them to death, but like couldn't do it with them consistently. Then it's like trying to fucking track down other people. And they're like, no, I'm not interesting. I don't want to. And it's fucking, there's something that you said and wrote not too long ago. I think it was in the Substack thing that I've been reading. It's just like, you don't write your books for your friends. You write it for your audience. And I'm like, that fucking makes sense with what I was doing with the podcast. I was trying to make it for my friends. I wasn't trying to make it for an audience. And like, I'm just kind of like, I don't fucking know.
Well, I've had other people pressuring me into fucking doing it, and I've been saying no. But if I do, I'll add you on the rotation. Steve, what are you doing this weekend? I am wrong answer. Well, I mean, all right, fine.
Works for me.
Yeah. All right.
See, the problem with my weekends is as soon as I fucking get home, girlfriend just goes, I have so many plans for us. And they're always fun. So like my phone just gets thrown aside and I have no idea what's fucking going on. And I'm just like living in the moment.
So what you're saying is we got to get you during the week. Gotcha.
Yeah. Getting me on the week is like the easy part because it's like go to work and then after work it's like I'm sitting in a hotel room
with a giant butthole on the. Actually, that's a leaf, isn't it?
No, that's the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars.
Yeah, isn't there supposed to be tentacles coming out? Little.
Yeah, you don't like tentacles coming out of your pit?
I mean, it depends on how much fiber I've had, but individual experience.
I was talking about the pits you go in.
Oh,
that's an alien sex joke.
Yeah. right, ladies and gentlemen, catch y'all on the flip side.